Big news just dropped, and it might quietly change the future of personal watercraft forever. Because Yamaha didn't just reveal another jet ski, they revealed a question. What if a PWC wasn't only about speed? What if it wasn't only about tricks, or racing, or adrenaline? What if it became something more versatile, smarter, and actually useful? That's exactly what the 2026 Yamaha CrossWave is trying to answer. And whether you love it or hate it, one thing is clear from the moment you hear about it. This machine wasn't built to follow trends. It was built to challenge them. For decades, personal watercraft have chased one thing above all else: performance. Faster acceleration, sharper handling, bigger engines, louder presence on the water. Yamaha itself helped shape that identity, pushing limits year after year. But the CrossWave steps off that path. At first glance, the CrossWave doesn't scream aggression. It doesn't look like it wants to race you off the dock. It looks intentional, thoughtful, almost experimental. Like Yamaha sat down and said, what are people actually doing on the water today? Families, anglers, explorers, casual riders, people who want freedom, not just speed. And that's where the CrossWave begins to make sense. This isn't a stripped-down toy. It's a floating platform built around adaptability. Yamaha didn't design it just for standing and ripping across waves. They designed it to be lived on. The rear deck is the first thing that tells the story. Wide, stable, purpose-built. This isn't just extra space, it's usable space. Space for fishing gear, space for coolers, space for equipment, space for sitting, working, relaxing. It feels less like a traditional PWC and more like a hybrid between a jet ski and a compact utility boat. And that's exactly the point. The CrossWave introduces a modular approach that we haven't truly seen executed like this before in the PWC world. Accessories don't feel like afterthoughts. They feel planned, integrated, designed to transform how the craft is used depending on the day. One day it's a calm cruiser for a relaxed shoreline ride. The next it's a fishing setup with rod holders and storage. Another day it's a small work platform for photography, diving, or support roles. Yamaha isn't chasing one customer here. They're chasing flexibility. And that's risky, because when you try to serve many roles, you risk excelling at none. So the real question becomes, did Yamaha pull it off? This is about confidence, predictability, smooth delivery. You're not getting neck-snapping acceleration designed for racing boys. You're getting controlled, linear power that feels approachable, power that doesn't intimidate new riders, but still feels solid and responsive. It's a machine designed to be trusted, and trust matters when you're farther from shore, carrying gear, or riding with passengers who aren't adrenaline junkies. The whole design reinforces that mindset. Stability is the priority here. Yamaha engineered the CrossWave to feel planted even when stationary. That's a big deal. Traditional PWCs can feel twitchy at rest. This one doesn't. You step onto it and immediately feel the difference. It doesn't rock nervously. It doesn't demand constant balance. It invites you to stay. That's the emotional core of the CrossWave. It's not about dominating the water. It's about belonging on it. For years, PWCs have been marketed like extreme sports equipment. Intense visuals, sharp lines, raw energy. The CrossWave feels more like a lifestyle tool. Something you plan a day around, not just a 15-minute thrill. But make no mistake, this isn't boring. Early morning fishing trips, calm sunset rides, supporting swimmers or divers, photography sessions on open water, family outings without the stress of instability. This is a PWC that adapts to you, not the other way around. Of course, that raises another question. Is this still a PWC for enthusiasts? And that's where opinions will split. Some riders will look at the CrossWave and say it's not aggressive enough, not fast enough, not exciting enough, and they won't be wrong for their priorities. But Yamaha isn't replacing their performance lineup. They're expanding the category. They're betting that the future of personal watercraft isn't just faster, it's broader, more inclusive, more practical, more connected to how people actually live. That's exactly what Yamaha's offering here. And there's something bold about that, because instead of shouting for attention, the CrossWave quietly asks, "What do you want to do today?" Speed isn't the headline here, possibility is. And maybe that's why this reveal feels bigger than it first appears. This isn't just a new model year, it's Yamaha testing the boundaries of what a PWC can be. If the CrossWave succeeds, we may look back at this moment as the point where personal watercraft stopped being one-dimensional, where utility and recreation finally merged, where the water stopped being a racetrack and became a space again. The onboard electronics reinforce that philosophy. Yamaha isn't just giving you a dashboard, they're giving you a command center. Navigation, connectivity, real-time data. It's subtle, but it elevates the experience, turning what used to be a recreational device into a tool for exploration, planning, and efficiency. Even aesthetics play into the philosophy. The CrossWave isn't screaming for attention with aggressive angles or oversized decals. It has lines that suggest movement, strength, and balance. It's a machine designed to blend into the environment, not dominate it visually. That may not thrill adrenaline junkies, but for a broader audience, it signals maturity. And this is where the CrossWave challenges expectations most directly. It doesn't ask you to adapt to it. It asks you to imagine your own adventure, and then it provides the platform to make it happen. Imagine a calm morning, fog rolling over the water, you're fishing with friends, quietly moving between spots. No stress about balancing or packing multiple boats. The CrossWave handles it all. Now imagine a late afternoon. Sunlight glimmers across the lake. You're exploring small inlets, capturing photographs, carrying a small cooler with snacks. The CrossWave adapts, no compromise, no friction. This is the emotional power of a versatile PWC. It invites you to linger, to experience water differently, to consider its utility, its comfort, and its reliability, all in one package. So is the 2026 Yamaha CrossWave the future of PWCs? Maybe not the only future, but it might be the most interesting one we've seen in a long time, because sometimes the biggest revolutions don't come screaming at full throttle. They arrive calmly, confidently, and invite you to step aboard. The CrossWave doesn't promise to dominate waves or break speed records. It promises to redefine what it means to interact with water, to expand your imagination, to allow people to ride with confidence, not fear, to make a day on the water feel like a full experience rather than a single adrenaline rush. And that's a shift worth noticing, because when machines like this challenge our expectations, it's not just about the product, it's about the lifestyle it represents, about how Yamaha sees the next generation of riders, about how it redefines what adventure can be. Not only fast, but meaningful, adaptable, and inclusive. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.